Khaulah Binti Azur is one of the tough and brave Muslim women. She sacrificed her body and soul to defend Islam. Khaulah was also nicknamed the Black Rider because when she entered the battle arena, she wore all black clothes while riding a horse, like a hungry lion. Khaulah waved her sword and cut down the enemies in front of her. Khaulah's toughness when fighting against the Romans on the field of jihad inspired the Muslim army of men. Initially, Khaulah served like other believers as a medic, treating wounded Muslim troops. However, when she learned that her older brother, Khaulah Binti Azur, was captured by the enemy, Khaulah's courage rose. Khaulah and her brother were very close. Since childhood, it was Khaulah Binti Azur who had trained Khaulah to play with swords and spears and other warfare skills. Not only that, Khaulah was also agile and dexterous in riding a horse. Moreover, the horseback riding skills were also supported by the posture. Khaulah's tall and sturdy body. So he took a weapon, then he covered his entire body except for his eyes. Khaulah galloped into the enemy army. The troops then led by Khalid bin Walid were beaten. They were pressed by the giant Roman attack. However, they gasped. They saw in the ranks of the Muslims a valiant knight came riding on a horse. He ambushed every enemy of Allah and killed him. There was no fear at all. The troops of the Muslims were amazed. Who was this knight who dared to attack when the troops were pressed? There was no sight of his face, only a glimpse of the eye. The commander, Khalid bin Walid, was also curious, so he followed the horsemen in the middle of the battle. When approaching the mysterious warrior, Khalid said, "By Allah who has protected a warrior who dares to defend his religion and oppose the polytheists. Please open your face." Khaulah did not want to answer the question. The warlord, because there were still many enemies to face. Khalid pursued, then repeated his question. Khaulah also answered, "I am Khaulah Binti Azur. I saw my brother. Khaulah was captured. I came to help him, free my brother who fought in the way of Allah." The Islamic fighters were surprised to learn that the mysterious fighter was a woman. Khaulah's presence on the battlefield contributed to winning the struggle of the Islamic army. But the fate of her brother was unclear, because until the end of the war, his whereabouts were unknown. The puzzle was answered after the Romans invited peace. Khaulah was taken prisoner in Homs, because he had killed the king's son and many Roman soldiers. Khaulah did not want to remain silent. She appealed to the war leaders to join in freeing her brother. Khaulah also returned to the battlefield with a robe all covered. The echoes of takbir and strong belief in the help. Allah managed to save Khaulah. Besides being brave on the battlefield, Khaulah is known to have a precise strategy to deal with the enemy. This was proven when she and a number of Muslim women became prisoners of the Battle of Sahura. At that time, Khaulah joined the health and logistics team. Unfortunately, these mujahida were captured by the Roman army. They were locked up for days under the tight escort of enemy troops. Even without a weapon in hand, Khaulah rebelled. She strategized so that she could save herself and her friends. The first step Khaulah took was to motivate them to want to be free. Before being harassed by enemy soldiers, Khaulah did not lose her mind. Although not a real weapon, Khaulah invited the mujahida to utilize what was around her, such as camp poles and ropes. The important thing is that the mujahideen are sure that Allah's help will come to release the Muslim fighters from the Roman army. "Remember, martyrdom is better for us than being humiliated by the infidels," said Khaulah. Finally, they managed to escape from enemy captivity. For Khaulah, it is better to be martyred than humiliated by the infidels.